Welcome to Destiny EDU Live. I'm super excited because this is the maiden edition of Students Corner. And my name is Margaret Anege, and I'll be your host today. And our guest today is a recent alumnus of the American InterContinental University. Hi, Chiemela. We're super excited to have you. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Yes, well done. You did really good. So tell us about yourself. Let's meet you.
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, my name is Chiemela Ogu. An MBA graduate from AIU, American Intercontinental University, where I majored in technology management. Okay, I'm a senior product manager. I do product management. I've done that across several industries. Currently now in telecoms. So I think that's a bit about me, and happy to be here.
That's great. That's good to know. Thank you for introducing yourself. So going into this program, what were you expecting?
Okay, first off, I think I liked the courses that were available in the specialized course, which I had in mind. So the topics were quite interesting to see. So personally, I was looking for a blend of business, technology, and then globalization, if I can put it that. And going through all the courses at AIU, there was several specializations actually in MBA, but the technology management stood out, because it's nicely balanced these three areas which I was looking to specialize in, right? So so my expectation was to gain enough knowledge, to understand businesses basically. And when you deal with businesses, it's important to know what scaling means. That's basically taking a business beyond your local environment, and that's something I was very much interested in learning and understanding here.
That's nice. So can you tell us about your experience at AIU? Was it what you expected?
I would say it was more than what I expected, and I mean, one thing was I did not expect I didn't expect it to be as challenging as it was. Yes, it was, it was exciting, right? And I would say, I think the biggest part of it, which caught my interest the most, was how engaging the professors were, right? So you'd expect just give you things to do and then leave you hanging, right? But there was so much engagement from the professors, and the diversity that came from members of the class. So having people from all over the world really coming to class, having sessions, everyone is sharing the experience, right? It was intriguing, being where I was, and basically having experience from different companies in the US, Germany, so many countries, right? So I think it was beyond my expectation, and I had a great time actually.
That is great. That is great to know. So let's talk about how you were able to balance work, being a busy professional that you were, like you explained rightly what you do. So how were you able to balance work and school?
Well, I think for me, what makes the difference, right? When you have someone paying your fees and when you're paying that fees yourself. There's a mental shift, that comes with that, But that aside, right, I had a goal for myself, and it was important that I stick, to that goal, right? Definitely was challenging because assignments are due every week, and if you miss the time where the assignment is due, their marks, that'll be deducted, and I mean, I will not go to a course where I get to pay myself and not put in my best to come out, with the best possible, effort. So I think it was challenging. Finding the balance was more around daily having time to study, every day, intentionally making that plan to say, hey, I must dedicate an hour, 2 hours Some days it just can't work. Okay, you come back, you're super exhausted with sleepy eyes. But then you remember, hey, if I don't turn in the assignment this night,
yes,
you get to balance the trade-off and then just get up, try to get that workout, and yeah. But in the end, it was worth it.
That's interesting. You said that because let's talk about your CGPA for a minute. You graduated summa cum laude, a 4.0 over a 4.0. That is impressive. Congratulations. So how does that make you feel?
Well, very, very thankful. We thank the Lord. The Lord made it possible, actually, So, right. So, yeah, actually, some courses were more difficult than the others, right? And then some required more effort, more focus than others. But again, that was where the balance came in, right? So for some, just an hour was not enough, really. Okay, just 2 hours was not enough. And you could tell the difference. So when you see, hey, this course either the way the professor requires you to do certain things, okay, the kind of tasks that come out of the course will tell you, okay, hey, I need to treat this differently than than the others, right? And when I met so when I had to deal with just putting that extra hour, that extra effort, sometimes late at night, okay. The most interesting part was, okay, because it's a virtual campus, okay, and interacting with your colleagues was also a big part of this thing, right? And yes, time zone and all of that. Yeah, so putting in that work for where it was tough, you put in that extra, and in the end, everything balanced.
That's great. That's great. So you talked about your colleagues, that's your classmates. So tell us about that networking experience, being in a culturally diverse environment. How was it? Just tell us more.
It was fantastic. Okay, I had a group mate once, from Iraq, okay, who was actually, in Iraq, and I've never been to Iraq before. All I know about Iraq is high levels of see, and it's available to us. But having to hear economic experiences, right, from that country, from someone who's a professional working in that was quite informative, right? I had also colleagues in the US who were focusing on who were managers in their in their places of work, okay, and then someone is bringing real life scenario to conversations, okay. When you talk about, someone tells you, oh, okay, when we're trying to take our business to Europe, from the US, we had to do XYZ, okay. See that, hey, I'm not just dealing with people who do not know what we're talking about. These are people who do it on the daily, right? So it brought an opportunity to ask questions that have just been born in my mind, okay, for a while.
Yeah.
That I'm not, I haven't yet gained that experience, okay. So all that interaction, all that collaboration was also very interesting for me.
That's nice. So how about your experience with the faculty members and professors? Was it like more hands-on or theoretical?
It was a mix of both, okay. At certain points, we had to do projects where we do a research on companies in the US, okay. So having team members in those countries, okay, would help bring that perspective, okay. And then not being there present, balancing also our experiences was also key. And I mean, the lecturers are super hands-on. Every day you have like a message, a reply. The faculties, I mean, shout out to my student advisor, Clara Indrago, lady, right? Always there. And you had difficulty, you feel worn out, you're like stressed, okay, and you just need someone to say, hey, got this, okay, keep going. And she was really good. She was really good. And then generally everyone in the team, everybody's interested in you finishing, okay, because they know that those who come for MBAs, the problem is not getting a degree so that you can earn a living. Okay, most times you already have that, but you're trying to maybe unlock something else, or there's a vacuum they are trying to fill, either in experience, in exposure, and the like. So it's very easy for you to just, hey, tap out. I'm not, I don't even need this, right? So
yes,
big part of their role is just keep encouraging to say, hey, you have 3 semesters to go, you have just 2 semesters to go, try to pace out your, what is required of you in every course. And I think they did that, really well. And yeah, so for me, it was good, and it kept me going, really.
That's great. That's the goal. So how about with Destiny Education? Did you enjoy your graduate support with Destiny Education?
Yeah, I sure did. Big shout out to Nobel as well, Nobel Johnson, fantastic student advisor. Yeah, my very good friend. I mean, she was quite helpful also, throughout the process. Getting the admission, okay, before I got, fully settled in, helping ensure that transition seamless, okay, and also getting familiar with the school over there, with the faculty member, also supporting the payment, right? Because at that time there were a lot of hiccups with trying to make payments from Nigeria, right? So I think she was also very helpful there. So Destiny Edu is also doing a great job, very big shout out to you guys, and the opportunity that you bring to people in the diaspora, if I would say, people that may not have the access to do this physically. Okay, it's something great that you guys are doing. Yeah, so a big shout out.
Okay. So we have the original showman here. He's saying, great experience. I think this is something I should consider. Please, can you share more about this opportunity for some?
Yeah, I think you really consider it. Actually, it's a great experience. Yeah, and I mean, it's not just MBA. Okay, if you're interested in an MSc, I think you would also find quite a lot there for you as well. Depending on the field.
Okay, so one last question before we call it a day. What would be your advice to anyone who is looking to do a master's program, being that you had experience in that particular degree?
Well, I would say first you need to identify the gap that you're trying to fill. Okay. You need what skills and competencies are lacking, in yourself. Then identify a school that has a course that it is tailored to that gap that you're looking to fill. Okay, that's important. Okay. One thing that happens, in modern times with millennials, okay, young people, you see people go for courses that really not of interest. Okay, things that really don't bring any value in the long run. Okay, so I think that's the biggest hurdle you need to cross. Okay, don't just do an MSc because you feel like you need to. Okay, it has to be tied to a competency or experience gap that you're looking to fill. Okay, then put your mind to it. Right, it's never forever. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Put your mind to it. Ensure that you set a target. Okay, what do you want to finish with? Okay, and just work towards it. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. That was an amazing chat. So if you're on here and you are, you want to ask any question, you have something you need to, talk to our alumnus about, you can just share and we will get that question to him. So if you have any questions, just drop it on the timeline. And yes, so that's great. You did great. Like, congratulations again. Like,
yeah,
I'm looking like you're practically, like they would say, I want to grow up to be like you. 4.0 and a 4.0 is not easy. Trust me. It is not. It requires dedication, and the way you were able to do that while still, having a busy profession on the side, man, that's kudos. That is a whole lot of work. That is great. So, I don't see any questions here, so everybody's satisfied with what we already, did. So yes, if you're looking to jumpstart your professional career, you can go onto our website. It is destinyedu.com.ng, or you can check it out on the link in the bio. It will take you there. You fill out our form, and the student advisor will contact you. So if there are no more questions, thank you again, Chiemela Ogu. It was so awesome having you here on our first ever Students Corner.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and I really had a good time.